Hello once again, everyone. We're at the Molly Karen Farm Science Review site just north of London, Ohio. And as always, we come out here before the review to show you what's expected when you come and see all the sites at the Farm Science Review. Visiting now with Nick Zachrich, and Nick is the Farm Science Review manager. Nick, it seems like every time I come out there's a new title, but a lot of the same people are still here.
That's right. Yep. We moved around a little bit and are changing some responsibilities, and we hired a couple new people. We're looking forward to that and some of the experiences they're going to gather this year. Same as always, though, and taking care of all the same business.
Well, let's talk a little bit about some of the upgrading or updating, I guess we should say, about some of the exhibits at the review.
That's right. Out at the site, you may be looking for something new this year. There are some new exhibits that are going to be put up from our exhibitor standpoint, some new buildings, some grain bin updates as well. So grain bin handling is always one of those great things to invest in. We can see that again this year with the markets the way they are, that's a good investment to have if you have the need for it.
Well, it seems like some of these upgrades are sort of an ongoing thing, because I remember it was just seems like a couple years ago that we were over there at some of the new grain bins being built.
That's right. Yep. Our own facility, we are in that as well. So part of our profit to be able to do the changes and improvements on our site come from our farm, and so marketing is very important to us. We do provide some corn to our counterparts in Ohio State for different things, but we do have some marketable grain to use and be able to store on site for other parts of OSU as well.
Now, Nick, one of the things that I hear people say when they come to the review, and they only may come for one day, they say, gosh, there's no way to see all the exhibits. And that's why a lot of people come all 3 days. But I'm guessing that you have the same problem again this year with the number of exhibitors?
That's right. Yeah, this is several years in a row. We've had well over 600 exhibitors, and finding creative ways to include those exhibitors is kind of challenging sometimes. We do have some space that we can squeeze some more folks in, and mostly small booth. Our outdoor space is kind of a premium, and it's hard to come by sometimes. So applying early is what we always suggest for those exhibitors and when our application goes out in January.
Now, is there a plan that you would suggest for people that may not have been here at the review? It's sort of hard to believe that that's possible with the over 100,000 people that usually come. Is there a plan that you would suggest they have?
Yeah, and I've been a visitor myself before becoming a part of the staff member here as well, and a lot of folks I know that attend every year, their strategy is to make sure you look at the list of presentations that are going on and use those as your breaks to sit down. So there's a lot of walking to do in between exhibits. So if you come for part of a day and do some walking around, do some shopping, and then visit one of those presentations to sit down for a half hour or so, and then plan that for the next day that you come as well.
Well, I know one of the things that folks like to see are some of the permanent buildings, and that adds a little bit of extra research. In fact, some of the companies that are here year after year at the same location, people know where to come when they get here, but it also helps that exhibitor do a little bit more than just simply putting his wares or services out for people to see.
Yeah, there's a lot of people here, and a lot of people move, and they like to find the best location they can. So sometimes people that you've seen in the same spot for several years moves to a new location where they think might have a better view for them, for the visitors they have that are come to see them. But we do have a new mobile app that we're excited to have this year that's tied to our online directory. So before the show, people can go on and plan to see what visitors, or excuse me, what exhibitors they want to see and what presentations they want to visit while they're here. So you can go on, make that plan, and then if you're able to make an account on there, it's a free account to be able to see that on the mobile app as well. So you can download that on your mobile device and have a whole plan for your day or 2 or 3 days here at Farm Science Review.
Well, as we talked a little bit about some of the construction that goes up here that is permanent just over our shoulders on the day that we're out here a few weeks before the review, we can actually see some of that happening.
That's right. A flurry of activity going on at our site. It seems like all the time, but today especially, there's some grain bin companies doing some updates, taking down a grain bin, putting a new one up. As well as a display that was tore down last year after the show, sold at the show, so that they can put up a new display this year so they can highlight some new things that they're doing at their company.
Well, let me put you on the spot right now. Do you or can you tell the viewer right now what the website is for them to get a little bit more information about the review?
Sure. Our website is fsr.osu.edu, and there you can find our online directory on the main page. You can buy online tickets. You can find information how to download our mobile app and all kinds of other information.
Well, Nick, it's always a pleasure visiting with you. And if folks would like to get more information, you can also check the link that we have on our page as well. Thanks for being with us, Nick.
Yeah, thank you, Gary.